Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. At Crimson Lights, Summer tells Kyle she was just about to call him. Her mom has been found. You're not even going to believe it. She was kidnapped. It gets even crazier. Sharon was taken captive with her. They were locked up in an abandoned psychiatric clinic. Kyle asks who would do such a thing and why. Summer says they don't know. It wasn't about money as no ransom demand was made. She explains that Nick and Billy found them after getting a text clue from the kidnapper. Kyle marvels that it all sounds so crazy. They puzzle over who would do something so bizarre and why. They're still out there, so what's to stop them from coming after Phyllis, Sharon, or another family member? Kyle's sorry Summer's family is being targeted. Summer thanks him for being so solid and supportive. Thank you for caring so much about me. Kyle's smiling into her eyes when Claire walks in. Kyle and Summer bring Claire up to speed on Phyllis' abduction with Sharon. Claire knows how scary that can be. Summer sighs that it's been one thing or another. One psychopath after another attacks her family. She's sure this had more to do with Sharon than her mother. Kyle reminds her they don't know the motive. Summer's glad they spoke to Harrison about it when they did. A kid at school told him his grandma might never come back. It just happened this morning. Luckily, they prepared him. Claire is glad Summer came to get Kyle when she did. Summer's glad she approves. Claire assures her cousin that the evening still worked out for her and Kyle. It was a win/win for everyone. Summer fixes a coffee with a glum look as Kyle and Claire make plans to have dinner later and kiss. Claire says goodbye, and she's glad her mother is back, and then leaves. Summer asks Kyle for lunch. They can talk about how wonderful their son is for an hour or two. Kyle smiles. At Society, Holden spots Audra and teases her about being glued to her phone. She snarks, "Aren't you supposed to be back in Los Angeles?" His flight was canceled due to weather. She's glad the delay had nothing to do with her. If he said it didn't, he'd be lying. Knowing he'd be stuck here for a while made him think of her. Audra reminds him that their past is just that, the past. Holden reminds her she promised to be a friend. Audra says it will never be more than that. He can't rekindle something between them. Holden insists he has nothing but respect for her connection with Nate. Unlike how he felt about Tucker, he asks why she keeps pushing him away, yet accepts invitations for coffee. She's sending mixed messages. Audra sighs. He's right. There's something I need to come clean about. Audra tells Holden that Nate saw his message and returned the text saying, "You've got one," when he asked to have her as a friend. Holden asks why Nate would do that. Audra can only imagine he was trying to prove he wasn't jealous. Holden asks what she would have said if Nate hadn't spoken for her. Audra's not sure. She's not opposed to having a friendship with him, but she can't trust him not to take advantage of the situation. Holden gives her his word. Audra is still skeptical. Holden asks her to have lunch with him. Audra claimed she's waiting for Nate. Holden says that's perfect. He won't mind if he stays and joins her for lunch. Audra chides that he's pushing his luck. He grins. At Nate's place, Lily is close to signing a new artist. Devin notes she's moving into his side of the business. She will let them know more details when the ink dries. Devin's glad she came on board. Lily also has news about a big tour. Devin and Nate needle that she's just trying to show off now. A knock comes at the door. It's Damien. He asks Nate if it's true that his mom's been admitted to a hospital in Chicago. Nate frowns. Is she all right? Damien hopes there's no cause for alarm. All he knows is she was admitted. She said something about a new experimental treatment. Nate's taken aback. The last he heard she was waiting to hear is she was a viable candidate. Damien thinks he's out of the loop. Nate checks his phone and learns that Amy and Dr. Kelly both tried to reach him. He steps out to call back. Damien apologizes to Lily and Devin for interrupting their meeting. He wonders why they had to admit his mother so quickly. Devin thinks it's good they're not wasting time. Damien admits he's nervous. What if something goes wrong? Damien says he's been through this before, losing a parent too soon. It's traumatizing. Lily tells him she and Devin have been through it too. They understand. Devin thinks Amy felt confident enough to consent to the treatment. Nate appears and says that's right. They're treating her and monitoring her for a reaction. Dr. Kelly thought it best to start the protocol right away.